Hey everyone, this is Andrew Weissmann on Rachel Maddow, hosted by Ali Velshi.
And the question is going to be, does the rule of law apply to that
As he
person?
talks about
And it's very hard to see an
the
argument if it is shown,
lawsuits that
for
Trump
instance,
faces,
the
watch
Attorney's Office
the
that
left of the
president
screen, which
has
is actually his right
tens of
shoulder,
millions of dollars
in
in
that
tax
flower.
fraud or
Watch
bank
carefully.
fraud or both, and any other person would normally be prosecuted, then it really shouldn't be the case that just because he becomes president, that he shouldn't have the day in court where a jury decides whether or not he committed those crimes prior to becoming president. And with respect to his conduct in office, you have to remember in the Mueller report, there is substantial evidence that the president obstructed justice, in other words, obstructed the special counsel investigation. And to me, that's even more important to vindicate. If you are not going to hold a president accountable for a special counsel investigation obstruction,
look.
then there's no reason to
see that? It's a little dog there. And now watch and listen carefully.
Have a special counsel in the future. Now, there's the precedent that you're setting in the future is don't bother appointing a special counsel because there isn't going to be any accountability to the president who obstructs that investigation.
Is that an animal over your right shoulder?
That is my English Cocker Spaniel, making himself very comfortable.
Very cute. That was very cute.
Yeah.
The stakes of an indictment could be very high. Putting him on trial for his conduct as president would be tantamount to putting on trial more than 72 million Americans who voted for his re-election. How do you evaluate that?
You know, I think that's looking at it the wrong way. Remember, a jury is going to have to make the decision and is going to have to...
And note, folks, the dog is still there. Just, comfortable doing his thing.
Find proof beyond a reasonable doubt. In the same way, any other defendant is entitled to all of the due process rights that we have in this country. And Donald Trump, if he were to be indicted, whether federally or by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, would enjoy all of those same rights. In the same way, for instance, that Paul Manafort went to trial and a jury made up of citizens from a cross-section.
And folks, the dog is, you got to admit, the dog is well behaved. This continues a trend of, I call it, the normal comforts and activities of home encroaching upon the otherwise professional veneer of television news. This is the latest one. Of course, sometimes these things can take tragic turns, like, what happened with Jeffrey Tubin, but this is not one of those things. And in this instance, we have had a dog. Someone's kid once opened the door when his father was on the BBC newscast and he walked right in. Someone else had 3 kids walk in on them in the middle of their broadcast, a live broadcast, I might add. And this has become a thing. And what's neat is, people don't, they don't dismiss it anymore. Like, he just very casually explained it, right? I mean, take a look at how this ended right here. I want you to listen to this with Ali talking here as I adjust this. Listen.
Than otherwise. Andrew Weissmann is
Oh, right here. He says, right here. Okay, here we go, right here.
Regardless of politics, whether someone's a Democrat or a Republican, just on the facts and the law. And Donald Trump would face the same kind of jury making that determination.
Andrew, good to see you as always, my friend. I think we should make it a law that people with animals should have them in their shots because it really just makes the whole thing that much more enjoyable than otherwise. Andrew Weissmann.
I could not agree more. Subscribe to Zenny62, bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com, and I think I'll get a cat.